every posture creates a joint chain. Okay, and like Marichyasana is a perfect example. And it's a kind of closed joint chain that, like Shelley, if you look at, it's quite a complex situation going on. Because you've got this ankle, this knee, this hip, and then you even got this shoulder, right? Elbow and wrist, and then the arm around the back. It's all this chain of joints. And energetically, you want freedom. Like this foot can move around. This ankle joint, this can move. It could go up, it could go down, it could go in, or it could go out. This has freedom, it can spin. That the whole thing has this fluidity to it. And like when you bind, this can play and move. And this, right? The moment it gets rigid, where you're like this is sticking up and it's like, or where you put your foot, that foot, it's fully restricted. It doesn't have freedom. Okay, and so that is like a warning, right? It's like, because if you insist, and the warning is telling you like not to bind this close and get it in there, so you have to keep a looseness. So if you could not bind, you could just work on the steps before, but if you do bind, see, you can feel there's this resistance, like, oh, and you don't want to push too hard against that. So you get a high position. You don't try to go low. You just barely hook the arm. And then you might catch a tie instead of binding. Because you're looking through that whole chain, everywhere. And every part at the joint has some type of freedom, energetic. And you can feel when it doesn't. You can feel joint by joint. You can go, whoa, my ankle is stuck, or my hip is stuck, or my shoulder. And that's a kind of sign that, okay, I'm getting ahead in the step. And so the ambition might have some consequences. You might hear a click, and you'll be very sad. And how would it be worse if he took a bandana? Right? There's an insanity involved in getting ambitious. Right? It's a very unnecessary thing. That's the slow, that's the Wile E. Coyote method that never gets you there. The slow, right? Very patiently and feeling.